It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
That's good for the Giants.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of get.
And he will take it on in. Front Giant touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And he returns this to the 22.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Play action, it's Eason. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. Here's Eason off the play fake, but it'll be 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that goes for a gain of 31. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete to
a big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The first carry for Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake on the carry.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. On second and 11 now. Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
6 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
From the gun is Eason. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
down, Drake. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
First down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First quarter with the score, Cowboys 14, Giants 7.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Complete to number 40. It's a gain of 16 yards. But
here's Eason to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. That's under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Buying time to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, it's tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Third down.
Off the play fake, Eason. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Off-play action. Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Eason. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Eason sets to throw it. He'll fire deep down. It's caught inside the 25.
Eason's
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. What a first half this has been offense. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. On first down, Drake. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
His kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He'll get this one to Pittman. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So we've come to... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Cowboys 35. Giants 7.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time. We'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll fire deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've got to make sure you get. They are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Eason going to try and throw for it. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19. No problem as they're able to convert.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's 11 more on that one, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off the play fake. Eason. And that will be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Complete in the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Operating from the gun, Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. On first down, Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 13 yards. Brings up third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From a yard out. And the Cowboys add on. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Jake Elliott set.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Eason sacked. Fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 71 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching... They have pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's pulled in at the 32. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporated here on this drive. Throwing again. Eason. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And 10.
Now Allen on third down. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Eason's pass.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's got his man on the crossing route. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
70. Giants.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still try.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
25-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And that will write a finish to this ball game.